Hey, everybody, alternative media here, and they're about to shut down WAM. I mean, we are at a turning point here, and we've done a lot of videos before on the struggles we faced. We have seen ourselves get shut down, not just on mainstream platforms, but completely taken out of the suggestion area of alternative platforms, which is where most of the views on a video comes from, which means we can't reach people. And even when people click to be notified on most of the platforms we're on, they can't find us. So it's a big issue. Obviously, Rumble and BitChute are the main ones we want people to go to and subscribe and hit the notification bell for. But of course, this has led to us in the last 5 days straight. 5 days straight, I've had $20 in the bank. Now, I hate asking for anything because, of course, our viewers are some of the best in the world. Those of you out there, so many of you have reached out and helped us, or just at least shared our content, kept us alive this long. But we're at the point where it's like I'm about to have to leave the place I'm living in. It is getting really brutal. And a lot of it comes down to certain people in alternative media, by the way, who have made it their mission, it seems, to stop us from being seen. Views not counted on videos. We've tested this with Tor using different IP addresses and devices. We have a full scale, a pile of evidence on this being the case. But nonetheless, not just that, then we get like gogetfunding.com campaigns, and they are just pending forever and don't let us actually put the campaign out. This is the third one in a row we've tried. If this is not in the description, my friends, you could use our campaign from 2020 because we don't know how long it's going to take to pend. Our last one is still pending after 6 months. But we need your help, my friends. That is the bottom line here. We need to raise a good amount of money. I'm going to read what it says on our campaign here, the new one I started that's still pending. I said, after 13 years and nearly 5,000 video reports, interviews, documentaries, and on the ground reporting, we are reaching the end of the line due to bankruptcy. We have stayed consistent, turned down massive money making contracts, by the way, including a $1 million offer per year because we believe in telling the truth. As I said, we turn down these contracts as we want to bring you the truth, the solutions, and we want to sleep at night. Due to this, many of the major platforms that just 8 months ago we reached 75K to 100K viewers a day on have blocked us from reaching people. We saw a 90% dip in viewership overnight. We've also seen a 90% dip in revenue. This month has been our worst ever. $20 in the bank. We're moments from having to uproot our life again. We truly appreciate those that have contributed in the past to other campaigns. You kept us alive this long. You are the heartbeat of independent media. This time we need to go all out. We need to raise the money necessary to continue. And unfortunately, it won't be cheap as we've accrued massive debts trying to stay afloat. This will be our biggest campaign yet. $1, $10, $50, $100, or anything that you can spare is truly appreciated. Strength in numbers can help us push back against the censorship. We truly appreciate you. Thank you. That's what I wrote there. Of course, we have our other Go Get Funding campaign from 2020. So it looks like we got a lot of money, and we did get a lot of money over time. But this is from 2020, my friends. I want to be clear on that. Those of you who have donated in the recent past, thank you so much. Again, it's been keeping us alive. We have someone that donated a substantial amount in crypto back in about April, and that allowed us to deal with a lot of our debts and get us ahead. We wouldn't be still here today if it weren't for them. But we are at a point where it's moments away again. And, if we raise enough money, we can get the debts out of the way and we can start a whole new business plan where we ensure that we can continue posting this content without having to do videos like this. Because I hate doing videos like this. And I know I'm going to get relentlessly trolled in the comments. I expect it. People are going to say I'm a shill. People are going to say I'm a liar. It's all the same. We've always gotten that. We get trolls. We get sometimes 10 to 15 dislikes on a video within seconds of posting, which is not humanly possible. So we assume we're targeted in that way as well. But nonetheless, what our plight is real, and we are just trying to bring consistent information to people. And we've been dragged through the coals because we're not mainstream alternative media. But we have, of course, Patreon and Subscribestar as well. Most of our members are not paid members, but we do have a decent amount of people who are given to that monthly. Our pledge on there, it means a lot to us. We do exclusive content at $4.99 a month or more. including early access content. And if you have any questions, we can do video responses directly back to you. We have a PayPal address, ancientwonderstelevision@gmail.com, which helps a lot as well. And we have this Bitcoin address on the screen where you can donate in through scanning on the screen, or of course you can find in the description in text form. We truly appreciate that. We have a CoinTree link with a bunch of different cryptocurrencies that you could donate in if you please, including privacy coins. That's a big help. And of course, we have a Teespring store with a bunch of merchandise. So these things keep us up and running, and we cannot survive without it. And you know, it's been a time. I mean, people will say, well, don't you have affiliates? Yeah. And you know, we did well with them years ago. We don't make any money these days, pretty much nothing. You know, the last month I made, I think 200 total, and I have to pay rent, and I have to pay for food, and I have to do all these other things to keep myself alive. And in the face of this, I've accrued a massive amount of debt just trying to keep up so I can make videos daily and talk about the issues that we are being misled on by the mainstream media and the mainstream alternative media that wants to sell you on a different narrative that brings you all together to the same road that leads to Rome, which we are trying so hard to wake people up against. And it's not blackpilling, it's not being negative, it's about giving people real solutions, the real answers. The truth shall set us free. And I will, as I've said, sleep on park benches. As I've said, be completely homeless doing this work. And I mean, I'm very close to that right now. I mean, we are on the edge, and I hate to have to do this, but we have to put out a video like this to let people know. And band.video is going down right away, I think, because Alex Jones just got his assets taken from him for that bogus lawsuit. So, of course, that is going to lead to us not being able to reach a lot of you watching right now. If you're watching on band.video, we won't be able to reach you. So again, Rumble and BitChute, very important. We're on YouTube for now, but we got our channel given back. We're not monetized on there. They play ads. They say this is what's another ridiculous thing about all this. YouTube, after 5 years, gave us our channel back. It was a very strange thing, as ourselves, Press for Truth, and Corbett Report. And I believe it's for machine learning for AI. I think it's very sketchy. We're super shadow banned on there. Many of our videos don't even hit 1,000 views with 150,000 subscribers. It makes no sense. But we're still demonetized on there. But they said they demonetized us years ago because of our controversial content. People don't want their ads playing on it. Yet YouTube, still puts ads on it and takes all the money for themselves. So what's the deal with that? The reality is, it was never about making money. I did this for years without making a cent. And I just did this because I knew it's what I wake up in the morning knowing this is what I need to do. People say, why don't you go and work at, Subway, or like work at, a grocery store and retail or whatever. And I will do that if I have to get this, to keep this up and running. That is not the issue. I've worked labor construction in the past. I've worked hard jobs. Here's the thing. I want to focus as much of my energy as possible on bringing you guys this kind of information. I wake up every day knowing that I have been, it's like a spiritual thing. I feel like I need to do this. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. It was decided for me. And it sounds strange, but I felt this way since I started this media around 2012, 2013. And here we are all these years later, and we're at that breaking point. And we need that help up if we can get it. If we can get some, if we can break $10,000 in donations, it sounds like a lot, but again, when there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people watching our content, and often in months, millions of people, then strength in numbers can really make this work. $1, $5 can make this work. $20, $100 can make this work. If we can raise that, we can offset the costs for the next several months, but also restart our initiative to make sure that we don't have any of this debt, and we are going to be good to go far into the future without having to do any more videos like this. I want a whole restructure plan for this to make sure. So at the end of the day, you're not going to see as many ads on the videos. We hate having to do that, the ad reads and stuff all the time. It drives me crazy, but it's that, or we are on the street, which we're close to anyway. And we want to bring solutions. So we carefully select what we actually talk about. Obviously, like I said, offered $1 million contract. I said no to it because I want to tell the truth. But the point is, I want to be able to do this content in a way where there's less ads, more on the nose stuff, good editing, flashy stuff, which I can do myself without, I don't need to pay anyone for that. The issue is that it takes up a lot of time and effort when I'm making $0. Often 7-8 days in a row, I'll make $0. And again, I don't do this for money. So I keep going, obviously, as you guys see. But if we can raise that money, then I can offset these costs and I can focus on building this the way I always wanted to, getting more interviews, cutting out the ads, and making things work. We just need to raise enough money. And in alternative media, when you are not promoting the state enterprise, if you aren't promoting the surveillance networks, Palantir, and all these guys that are taking over so many alternative media platforms right now and pushing them into mainstream alternative media, as David Icke calls it, when you aren't doing those things, you get run through the coals. And again, it's very difficult to raise money. So that's why, alas, I have to present this all to you, those of you watching right now or listening, and let you know this is a situation. If you can help, we cannot thank you enough. Without you, we're going down. You guys are the heartbeat of independent media, and we won't forget it. So those links are in the description. GoGetFunding.com. If it's not the new campaign, there's the old campaign, the 2021, which we'll link. We don't know when that pending thing is going to end. We have Patreon, Subscribestar, our PayPal address, ancientwonderstelevision@gmail.com, our Bitcoin address in the description, our CoinTree link in the description, our Teespring link, and follow us on these other platforms. We're trying to bump it up on TikTok right now a little bit just to try and reach people with good information. World Alternative Media on there. We'll see how it goes. Nonetheless, thank you to everyone that's watching. I know I'm going to be dealing with some big time trolling in the comments and mass dislikes. It's what happens because people don't like people asking for money, and I get that. But we're putting out free content every single day, and that costs money, but we're not making any money. But we continue to do it, and we have a huge reach of audience, even with the massive cut down we took recently. So obviously there's demand for it. We just need to reach that right point so that we can continue doing this without having to worry about, shooting this from a park on a bad cell phone with, internet at a local Starbucks to get it up to you guys. So we appreciate any help we can get. Thank you. And again, subscribe on Rumble and BitChute, hit the notification bell, find us on X at World Alt Media as well, where you can also subscribe for $5 a month for the same exclusive content. And again, we appreciate you all. Until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.